race fans, and welcome to the first day of the monthly marble race. I'm your master of ceremonies, Rusty Undercarriage, and this is the first day of the preliminary rounds. 32 hopefuls have entered the fray from 4 teams, but only 8 will advance and edge ever closer to the $150 Canadian Grand Prize. This month, our exciting and dynamic teams are Team Wipe and its racing team leader Ryan 222 Graff, Team Ash's Antics, led by the man Ashes himself, Team Hojo and its conductor Hojo Dojo, and of course, the side order. Which 8 will go on? Which team will rule the day? To find out, let's go down to our host of the course and the marble track source, Cliff Racker and Odinson.
Hello and welcome to another amazing day, actually first day of the monthly marble race. I am Cliff Racker.
I am Odinson, and welcome to the first day. As our fine MC Rusty Undercarriage said, we are going to determine the first 8 semi-finalists today. And hopefully, all the racers will have good luck out there on the course, better than this guy's having during the 32 warm-up today.
Definitely was not good. But yes, we're hoping for a really good bunch of racers and to see who is going to be one step closer to that $150 Canadian prize.
But before we get into all that, I just want to remind everybody to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, because hey, here at the Side Order, you will always have a seat at the table, so pull up a chair and join us.
And just like that, we are into the first round with Johnny Knight, Snow, Izzy Pop, and Black Baron. Johnny Knight is on Team Hojo Dojo. Snow is on Ryan Graff's Team White. Izzy Pop is a part of us on the Side Order, and Black Baron is with Ash's Antics.
We'd also like to say a big thank you to Team Wipe. They are the co-sponsors of the race this month. So big shout out to them. If you like some good action, good shooting kind of thing we don't actually play, but you're looking for it, that's where you're gonna find it.
So, with that all being said, let's move into who's going to be in first. Right now, it's looking very hot for Johnny Knight.
Well, Johnny's leading in the early going, but that doesn't mean a lot yet. We'll see how it goes as the race goes on.
Bumping into the triangles. And Snow makes the pass.
That does seem to be a lot of times where there is a lot of passing. You'll see that a few times during the races.
And Johnny Knight takes it back into first. Moving through the stars.
And into the big wheel quite effectively. And maintaining his lead.
At least 4 or 5 spots ahead there. Shooting out.
I do believe Snow has come off of the track.
Ouch, that would count as a DNF. Definitely ending your chances for moving forward.
And there they go, crossing the place where the tracks cross each other. This track is more or less essentially a giant figure 8. There's Izzy Pop pulling up second place. Also last month's champion, interesting.
That is true, and there is Snow, definitely ringed out. Johnny Knight moving forward quite fast down through the last kind of section of the race.
Baron seems to be lost in far in third. That's too bad. They're still in it, but they are pretty distantly in third place. Johnny Knight has more or less hung on to his lead for most of this race.
Seems like he's got quite the lead and quite the distance on Izzy Pop. It would take quite a big mess up here. As there he goes.
Gravity, there it is, and he's out, and he will cross the finish line. There he is, Johnny Knight, the first person to advance to the semifinals. Congratulations to him.
Congratulations, Johnny Knight, and there's a point for Team Hojo Dojo
for the upcoming Creators Cup at the end of the year.
Quick little view through of everything that's going on and giving ourselves another chance to thank Ryan222 Graft for being a sponsor for this month, or Team Wipe, I should be more.
Yes, I do believe that's where it's supposed to credit. I believe all the Team Wipe members did pitch in for this, more or less. I do believe.
So good luck to them, and definitely go check out Team Wipe if you haven't already.
I watch.
And here we are, on to the next round with Tiny Ninja, Biscuit, Karma Jolt, and Drunken Dragon.
Well, if I were the other racers, I'd be most worried about Karma Jolt and Tiny Ninja. In the past, they both have been a force, especially Tiny Ninja.
They have. They're veterans of the racetrack. Only to see who's going to move forward, maybe somebody will learn from one of these vets.
Though I would like to point out, it is nice to see Karma Jolt in the side order red.
That is true. It is very nice. Biscuit Gaming, Tiny Ninja, and Karma Jolt all kind of clammed together. Tiny Ninja taking off.
Tiny Ninja making the pass on the gears, and Biscuit, gets through the fast path there. There is a place that you can get a little bit of a boost there. You saw Biscuit hit it.
As Tiny Ninja's continuing her push forward to make that first place happen. Still too early to claim it, though.
Now that right there is probably going to cost her, as Karma Jolt takes that place very smooth. He probably went right down the hole.
Dropped in, and there's everyone so far. It's Karma Jolt, Biscuit, Tiny Ninja, and Drunken Dragon.
Yeah, they are all clumped together, though. Nobody has a very significant lead here yet. And we've seen the lead change hands a few times. Been a very interesting race so far.
As Karma Jolt is pushing his way down further. Through the flames, unaffected, his ball is magma.
They also took that part very smoothly. The way that thing rotates, you can get hung up on it. And in the preliminary races and testing of the course, I did see that happen a few times.
As Karma Jolt slides around the ice path. Down the drop. Ooh. Over the loop. Giving the other racers a chance to catch up. I don't know if that was a wise idea.
Oh, however, you can see the other racers are quite a ways behind.
Ouch! Tiny Ninja stalling out there.
Tiny Ninja getting caught up in the icicles. That can happen.
As Karma Jolt trickles his way down to that final spot. Up the ramp, and wow! No time wasted there.
Nope, no time wasted there. He takes that first place and moves on.
So congratulations, Karma Jolt, on moving forward into the next round.
Congratulations, Karma. There you go. You get to move on into the semifinals. I did mention that the other racers should be worried about him. In, I think, the very first one of these we ever had, he pulled some amazing moves and almost took the whole thing.
That is true. That is true.
And since, whenever he's had a marble racing, he has been a force out there. Somebody to watch.
As here they are, moving around the edge, looking for the next drop and our next race, which is Big Easy House of Pop, Orange, Scully Pop, and Java. Big Easy House of Pop is for Team Hojo. Orange is for
Team Wipe.
Team Wipe. Scully Pop is for us at the side order, and Java is, of course, with Ash's Antic.
You can tell by the marbles.
Green, yep, I should have put one and one together, but no.
Hojo's marbles are purple. Team Wipe's marbles are green, our marbles are red, and Ash's marbles are orange, or as close as I could get.
And was that just a jump over by Scully?
I believe it was, but that might have actually launched him into the rocks. That might be the last we see of him almost immediately.
Ouch. Well, Big House of Easy Pop is flying through.
Big Easy House of Pop is taking it to the early course here, and I do believe Scully has come off the track. Oh, nice move there.
Big Easy sliding through, and yes, I'm pretty sure that is a DNF. As Java's now moving his way through.
Java took that part about as smooth as you'd like.
Followed quickly behind by... Oh, there's Scully.
There is Scully. Oh, Big Easy has come off. No, I'm not exactly sure where that happened.
I think it was a trade.
Yeah, I'm not sure what just happened there, but somehow Scully Pop coming back even though we thought he had come off the track. He has not.
Used some of that Scully magic and lured Easy Pop, or Easy House, right off the track.
Yeah, Big Easy going off the track there. That is too bad. Java leading it now.
Followed quickly behind
They
by
must
Orange.
be highly caffeinated and motivated.
They are. Either that or they're an old form of,
Ooh, Orange getting a little bit hung up on that spinner. They will get past that, but that will probably cost them the race.
And there's Scully. Making the closing distance behind Java. Is it enough, though? Is it enough?
I don't know.
Ooh.
Oh, no! Oh!
That is a ring out.
Java coming off. They're getting a little too excited, a little too caffeinated coming around that corner.
Those jitters, they get you. As Scully Pop is now with an open track ahead. All he has to do is just finish the trough or cross the line. Orange is roughly behind him, but
Well, with Orange hung up on that spinner, Java being eliminated, Big Easy coming off the track far ago. As long as Scully doesn't have some horrible accident here, he will walk away with this one.
that was a close call, as you see in there. But there you go. Congratulations, Scully Pop, on moving forward into the next round.
Congratulations, Scully Pop. There you go, man. You're off into the semifinals, joining our other semifinal.
And that is correct. This is the monthly marble race only on the side order.
This month brought to you by us at the side order and by Team White.
As we are starting our next round with Arcade Pop, Pagan, Boo Boo, and Ted Fitzpatrick. Arcade Pop for Hojo Dojo, Pagan for Team White, Boo Boo for us at the side order, and Ted Fitzpatrick holding up the fort with Ash's Antics. Moving down into the next straight, Pagan has taken the first spot.
Well, at this point, after a couple of races, it's up to Team White and, of course, Ash's Antics to get on the board here and get themselves some marbles into the semifinals.
That is true. We do need some more people getting through. Can't just be us and Hojo.
Now there goes Boo Boo taking the lead.
Rolling through, down, nice.
Oh, there go Pagan and Ted Fitzpatrick, though.
Followed closely behind by Arcade Pop.
I think I saw Boo Boo sneaking in there, too. There you go.
There they go, moving down the ski hill, the slalom slopes.
Oh, Ted Fitzpatrick finding the line there. Did you notice that?
I seen that, and look at him.
There is actually a really fast line to get through those flags. You just have to hit the opening right, and Ted Fitzpatrick, I think, just did.
Ooh, not looking good.
Unfortunately, that was not, at all what you wanted to do there. And there goes Arcade Pop.
Arcade Pop taking away with a run here. Is it enough to continue and make his way onto the semifinal?
He certainly does have a significant lead after the troubles of the other marbles. Egan's still hung up on the spinner.
Boo Boo's hung up on... It seems like it's an all-way walk-away for Arcade Pop.
That's funny, we've had a couple of races that have been fairly close and a couple that have been dead runaways right at the end.
So unless Arcade has some sort of fumble, that would be congratulations to Arcade Pop on moving forward into the next round.
Way to go, Arcade. There you are. You're off to join the rest of our semi-finalists, and you are one step closer to that $150 Canadian grand prize.
So here we are, moving on to the next round with Rocket Blast Laura, Bob Swag, and XX Gem. Rocket Blast is obviously for Team Hojo Dojo. Laura is for Team Wipe. Bob Swag is us at the side order. And XX Gem is with Ash's Antics.
Laura taking off to an early lead in this one again.
Running away, coming down. Oop, there was a quick change. Rocket Blast blasting through, but Laura says, I don't agree with that, and gives herself a couple extra squares.
This one's moving fast.
Laura's jumping right through. Rocket Blast right behind.
Oh, Laura looks like she's going to get a little hung up on that spinner there. It's going to be whoever gets out of that first who's going to take the lead here. And it looks like Rocket Blast.
Rocket Blast moving through. Using that rocket power, heading around that corner, dropping down through the loop. And this, ooh, little weeble wobbles. Everyone's right behind. Rocket Blast is coming through, up the roof. And there you are.
There's Rocket Blast also with a win there. Joining the rest of our semi-finalists.
Congratulations, Rocket Blast, on moving on to the next round. With that being said, though, we have no time. Got to make our way through onto the next round.
We're going right on to the next round right immediately. We're not wasting any time around here.
With Michael Mansbridge, YouTube Cop, Strider, and A-Cup Plays. Who is going to walk away with this one and make their way to the next round?
Well, you know they all would like to be the winner here, but only one can walk away with victory and go on to the semifinals.
But who can it be out of this heat? As they all start off clustered together, actually Strider's moving a little bit forward, but is it enough to continue?
Well, Strider with the early lead, but as we've seen in every marble race, and even with this track and every other one, that usually does not mean a whole lot.
Maintaining and holding on to it until A-Cup Play finds that nice move.
Yeah, checked him into the spinning triangle thing there, and then just took all the momentum from him and went right around him, smooth as you like.
And there you go. In a league of their own. Almost at the top, and there we go. Finally, Strider catches up.
There's YT Cop, and there's Mikhail Mansbridge, still in the swirly bit there.
As A-Cup Plays now moves past the center line. Oop, slowly making their way around.
If I recall, they did fairly well in last month's race.
That is true.
Didn't win, of course, but they did do fairly well, if I seem to recall.
Learned from their previous race and moving forward at a great speed. Oh, caught up in the knives.
That is a bad place to get caught up. That can really slow you down. We'll see if anybody can take advantage and maybe have a little overtake.
Not going to be Strider.
Not going to be Strider, who gets hung up on one of the icicles. At that point, he was probably hoping one of the other marbles had hit him there, but not this time.
They all avoided around him. As A-Cup Plays, goes up the ramp, and across the finish line. Congratulations, A-Cup Plays.
Congratulations to A-Cup Plays. You are now joining our semifinalists. And you are now with the Elite 16. Well, at least the first 8 of them that we are, of course, determining here today. We will, of course, be back tomorrow to determine the other 8 semifinalists.
But moving forward, we have Trish, RJ, Zayden, and Creature. All moving up at increasing speed. Trish is obviously with Team Hojo Dojo. RJ is with Team White. Zayden is with us at the team side order. And Creature is with Ash's Antics.
There's RJ moving into an early lead. Trish right behind him.
No space for errors there, folks. No space for errors.
There's Zayden pulling in there, and you can't quite see Creature, but I'm sure they're back there somewhere.
RJ's moving forward, trying to make that distance. Oh, caught up. Little bounce by Trish. Seems like Trish is helping out there.
This is not going to work out well for anyone. That was a bad line to take through those things.
Really bad line, as RJ now moves his way through the flames, down the hole.
Well, now I can tell you, we've seen it already once today. There is a maneuver you can take on those triangles where you can jump that first one. And if you can manage to do that, you can usually gain yourself a very, very good lead.
I think I just seen a Trish rolling away. I think that's a DNF.
I think that actually might be.
As RJ is now making more distance with himself. Major gap there between first and second place.
RJ is definitely running away with this one. Uh-oh. Oh, that's going to cost them. They got hung up on the spinner. I mean, they will get out of it. It will eventually knock them over to the other side of the course. But is that going to be enough for the other racers to catch it?
That is not good, as Creature is now literally inches behind.
Oh, however, Creature hits the wrong side of that as well, and now RJ adding to their lead.
Bumping into things.
Hopefully they don't get overzealous and maybe come off the track or something. That's really the last thing you want.
Just banging around, heading around that last corner. Ooh, Creature slowly going around the ice.
Yeah, Creature is in a pretty distant place at this point. So we're going to hope RJ can hold on to this.
I can't see any way of failing. We've literally had everyone take over from this point
Well,
on.
occasionally the gravity lift will spit somebody out the side.
Like that.
Just like that. Oh, look at that. Look at that. They landed back on the track.
Still not over. It's still not over. RJ has a chance, but Creature has moved himself in. And makes the steal.
Oh, that has got to be disappointing. Did you see that?
Wow. Creature with the steal and moving on to the semifinal.
RJ made a beautiful recovery there, and Creature stole the victory. That was fantastic, and he still ended up going down. Congratulations, Creature, on that sly move and moving on to the semifinals.
As now we move into our next race with Mr. Smith, Rabbit Rob, Security Stan, and Sherry Jan 3.
That's not how many marbles she has. That's just a number in her name.
Obviously, the teams are as follows: Mr. Smith with Hojo, Rabbit Rob with Team White, Security Stan with us at the side order, and of course, Sherry Jan is running hot with Ash's Antics. As Security Stan turns around and says, I actually want to take first. Mr. Smith right behind.
Well, he's guarding the first place position at the moment. We'll see how long he can hold that post.
Moving around, heading to the triangles. Nice. I mean, not great line, but still better than the rest of them.
Not fastest I've seen, but that was one of the better lines through the triangles that it's possible to take there.
As boom, Security Stan drops down. Heads it. Oh, nice. Almost perfectly
It's
lined.
that, just about as sweet as you'd like. Here are Mr. Smith, Rabbit Rod. Jerry Jan is running behind a little bit. Security Stan's already off to the slalom.
Making pretty short work of the slalom. Going over the triangles to the pyramids. Now the bumpers. Again, Security Stan. Oh, nice.
That was a very nice move. He came right through that. That's what you want to do there. We've seen it already a few times today. If you try to take it the wrong side, it will not let you through and you will lose all of your time.
Security Stan is making quite the moves. He's moving through this.
Oh, no, he got hung. Oh, look at that.
Little help from Mr. Smith.
But Mr. Smith takes the lead. He at least jars security stand loose so he's not stalled out. But him, Mr. Smith, and Rabbit Rob are in a pretty tight group right now.
At this point in time, as we found out, it can be anyone's game still. Smith is wrapping around that last corner. Security stand right on his heels. Who is it gonna be? They both hit the ramp at the same time, but I am pretty sure that's Mr. Smith.
Mr. Smith, and not by a lot. That was a heck of a race, and close right down to the wire. Congratulations, Mr. Smith. You're moving on to the semifinals.
With all that being said, though, guys, I thank you very, very much, and don't forget to tune in tomorrow as we will continue some more awesome and hot action here on the Side Order. I'd also like to thank Ryan222 Graft or Team Wipe for pitching in and being a sponsor for this month's race. I have been Glyphracker, though.
I have been Odinson. Thank you very much for joining us here today. And thank you to Rusty Undercarriage, our lovely master of ceremonies. Please don't forget to check out our Discord. As I always say, we'd love to have you over there. Also, our merch shop link is in the description below if you're looking to get yourself something nifty.
With all that being said, don't forget to check out all of these creators. And until tomorrow, you guys know the deal, which is, take it easy.
We'll see you tomorrow for the next round.
Good luck, all.